Then said Jesus to those Jews which believed on him, If they continue in my word, then are they my disciples indeed. John 8:31 KJV. This verse sounds simple, but it quietly cuts straight through a lot of modern Christianity. Jesus is speaking to people who already believed in him, not critics, not outsiders, but believers. And yet he adds a condition that is easy to miss. If ye continue in my word, believing once is not the same as remaining. Liking Jesus is not the same as following Jesus. Agreeing with his message is not the same as allowing his words to shape your life. The key word here is continue. It means to remain, to stay, to keep living in, to keep allowing his words to guide your thinking, your choices, your reactions, your relationships, and even your private struggles. Today, this matters more than ever. We live in a world that loves quick inspiration but avoids deep obedience. We scroll past verses, watch short clips, and collect comforting words, but Jesus is not offering motivation. He is offering formation. He does not say, if you know my word, and he does not say, if you agree with my word. He says, if you continue in my word. Real discipleship is not a moment, it is a direction. This is deeply relevant today because our culture trains us to adjust truth whenever it becomes uncomfortable. If something challenges our feelings, our habits, our identity, or our desires, we quietly move on. But Jesus teaches something very different. Your life is shaped by what you remain in, not by what you occasionally admire. To continue in his word means you allow Scripture to correct you, not only comfort you. It means you let God speak into the areas you would rather manage yourself. It means you return to his truth even when your emotions argue loudly against it, and emotions can be very convincing preachers. Jesus connects continuing in his word with being a real disciple, not a perfect one, but a real one. That should actually bring relief. Discipleship is not about performing well for God. It is about staying close to what he has already spoken. When life becomes confusing, when prayers feel unanswered, when relationships hurt, when you feel spiritually dry or emotionally tired, the call is not to invent new faith. The call is simply to remain. Continue in his word when you feel strong. Continue in his word when you feel weak. Continue in his word when your circumstances make sense. Continue in his word when they absolutely do not. For today, this verse gently exposes one of our biggest struggles. We often want freedom without discipline and peace without surrender. But Jesus knows what we easily forget. Freedom grows out of truth, and truth only shapes us when we stay with it long enough. Continuing in his word is not about reading more chapters to impress God. It is about letting his voice become louder than your fear, your past, your disappointment, and your inner accusations. It is also deeply practical. When you continue in his word, you learn how to forgive when everything in you wants to withdraw. You learn how to speak with grace instead of bitterness. You learn how to wait instead of forcing outcomes. You learn how to trust God when control feels safer. And maybe the most comforting part of this verse is what Jesus does not say. He does not say, if you never struggle. He does not say, if you never doubt. He says, if you continue, not perfection, persistence. So today, discipleship does not begin with being strong enough. It begins with staying close enough. And sometimes the bravest spiritual decision you can make is not a big leap forward, but a quiet choice to remain right where his word still speaks.